So part of the main goal of this channel has been to advocate for open dialogue between people of different philosophical worldviews. But part of that goal is also pointing out when this dialogue, and particular people who participate in it, have gone horribly wrong. This distinction has been particularly pronounced in the atheist community, which broadly seems to produce two types of fruit. For every rationalist like Sargon of Akkad or Thunderfoot, you get a total ignoramus whose only interest is really pissing people off and demonstrating how enlightened he is with his atheist ideas. But now finally I think the internet has reached the ne plus ultra of this archetype in Atheism is Unstoppable, a rude bully whose main hobby is doxing people who he feels have offended him. I figured at some point I would have to make a response video or a takedown of Atheism is Unstoppable, but before I could put together a video, I discovered that another channel had done a better job than I ever could. So instead of producing my own video responding to the problems of Atheism is Unstoppable, I'm mirroring Fritz Imperial's excellent takedown. I hope you all go follow his channel as he regularly updates it with great content. And indeed, I'll be publishing more of my own content later this week. In the meantime, enjoy the video.
Salve Omnibus. So, I think a major theme I want to convey on my channel is the idea that New Atheism is just as much a destructive ideology as feminism or any other progressive ideology is. However, when this brand of militant atheism, anti-theism, lashes out at people of faith using the same methodology of alienation, groupthink, and authoritarian bullying as feminists do, the rest of the skeptic community is silent. And so I think it then logically falls to me and the other theists on YouTube to pick up the slack and call out this disgusting ideology, as we are the only ones willing to do so. To help me demonstrate this is none other than Atheism is Unstoppable. Now, I want you to note that in the past weeks people have called out AIU on his attitude and actions towards doxing people, most notably the Naked Ape. However, I also want to call these same people out for standing by passively and accepting the thug-like behavior AIU supports against people of faith, simply because they are also atheists. This hypocrisy should be unacceptable to anyone who supports liberal values, because freedom of religion is one of these values. To any atheist listening to this, you should understand that. If you do not like religion being forced upon you, it is just as wrong to force atheism upon me. With that said, let's begin.
BuzzFeed Yellow has reared its ugly head yet again.
You know, I can't believe that I'm going to be forced to defend BuzzFeed atheists here, but this is the level of intellectual dishonesty that AIU has sunk to, that BuzzFeed speaks more honestly than him.
They put out a video called I'm an atheist, but I'm not. So already, you're on the defensive. You're backpedaling. You're saying, oh, I'm an atheist, but everybody, please, I'm not this, I'm not that. No, that's not the way it should work. It should be I'm an atheist and. First of all, it should be I'm an anti-theist.
That is akin to saying I am a feminist and, instead of I'm a woman and.
And screw you for not being an anti-theist too.
While you post a picture of your god Christopher Hitchens.
That's the starting point. Oh, but I know there's a lot of you out there who want to be nice. Let's just be nice. Why can't you all just get along? Why can't you coexist with barbarism and mind-crushingly stupid people?
See, this is AIU's presupposition. To him, religious beliefs of any kind equals barbarism, and anyone who believes in them is mind-crushingly stupid. How is this different from a feminist saying toxic masculinity and that all men are misogynistic?
Now, what atheist did they dig up to be a part of this video, to represent me?
Except, as you just said, you aren't an atheist, you're an anti-theist. These people, as false as they are supposed to represent people who are atheists. Not people who believe it's their holy duty to destroy religion as given to them by the prophet, peace be upon him, Richard Dawkins. These people were never meant to represent you.
I'm an atheist, but I'm not a person that totally lacks morals.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God. And it's Jacqueline Glenn, the xylophone. She got done up because she was going on a big-time YouTube channel. Look at her, representing me.
And again, she doesn't represent you. What makes you think you're the center of the universe? And as a side note, what Jacqueline Glenn is saying is a common idea that atheists lack morality, which, judging by AIU, might actually be true.
I'm atheist, but I'm fine with people having religion. I really don't care.
Well, nice Asian Fonzie. I care. I care that other people are religious. It's terrible. It's actually a really bad thing.
So AIU believes he has the moral high ground in his actions. What he does because he cares about them, because he has convictions. Where have we seen this before? How is this any different from feminism?
For humanity, for children,
Think of the children!
for the future of our species.
Well, considering that atheists have such a low birth rate and are dropping like a stone as a demographic, you won't be part of the future of the species.
I'm an atheist, but I don't care. Oh, you're fine with people having religion? Are you fine with female genital mutilation? Are you fine with killing apostates? Are you fine with the subjugation of human beings?
Those are all actions committed in the name of Islam. This is intellectually dishonest. Christianity rejects these. It was devout Christians who championed for the abolition of slavery and the slave trade. Not all religions are equal. They teach widely different things, yet you want to group them together so you can mock them collectively, just like feminists saying all men.
Are you fine with people being completely deluded, anti-science, stunting and retarding the progress of humanity?
Even though it was a Catholic priest who first proposed the Big Bang.
You okay with that? You okay with the systematic rape of children in the Catholic Church? You good with that? No problem?
You okay with the communist murder of religious dissenters? And yeah, atheism is very much linked to communism. You can be an atheist and not a communist, but you can't be a communist without being an atheist. And tell me where the Catholic doctrine allows pedophilia.
God damn it.
I'm an atheist, but I think freedom of religion is very important.
Actually,
Go on, tell me how a fundamental freedom is wrong.
to be specific, you're a gaytheist.
Oh, you're just gonna do an ad hominem.
I'm an atheist, but I think freedom of religion is very important.
Oh, that's really the point. Freedom of religion. I think freedom is really good. In other words, here's the main point.
I mean, it lets you come up here and say you don't believe in God.
Yeah, I'm an atheist. I'm aware that everybody is out of their mind crazy in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Totally wrong. Just an embarrassment. Just embarrassing our species on a day-to-day basis.
To who, the aliens?
But really what it's about is you having the freedom to be completely dead ass backwards wrong. That's the main point here.
Exactly. You proved your own point. If we don't have the freedom to be wrong, we have no freedom at all, especially when a self-righteous individual asserts he can judge who is right and wrong. What was it that Oscar Wilde said? Well, you seem to be exercising that right to the fullest extent right here.
But I don't want to ban religion.
Oh, I don't want to ban religion. Why are we talking about these things? Who is suggesting banning religion?
You, I assume. But more importantly, you still don't seem to understand that this video isn't about you. Although, I think the views expressed in this BuzzFeed video are supposed to try and clear up misconceptions about atheists, that they aren't hateful bullies who want to outlaw religion. And because of AIU's views, perhaps this is needed. And also, they're projecting to make them look good. Simple as that, Atheist Rue.
I mean, it's so perplexing to me that they would think that this is something. They have a chance to say anything right now. And they choose to say, I'm an atheist, but I'm not in favor of banning
Because they're responding to people like you.
religion. How about this? How about take the opportunity to say, I'm an atheist, but I'm not afraid of calling you an idiot and a moron and shaming you rightfully for believing in ancient, obvious dog shit. How about that?
Which is exactly why a negative stereotype of an atheist exists. Now, AIU is presenting a very common anti-theist argument against religion. I like to call it the Bronze Age myth fallacy. The idea is that you constantly refer to a religion in a plethora of derogatory ways, ranging from Bronze Age myth to Sky Daddy. What this does is make religion look so bad, so inherently indefensible, that you can just dismiss it out of hand, thus allowing you to win the argument without ever actually addressing the beliefs of a religion. Christopher Hitchens did this a lot, and it's no different to when a progressive says that an argument is sexist or racist or Islamophobic or whatever.
But I don't hate religion.
Okay, this is actually This person was created to test me.
Alright, so now more ad hominems without addressing the argument. Yeah, it might be a bit valid here, but I think I'm just going to call these, or whenever he does this, an ad homigasm. Yep, that's what I'm going to call it.
But I don't hate religion.
Oh, you don't hate religion? Well, let me just represent myself and a large segment of the world which I deem to be sane and rational.
Okay, so now AIU is going to go full ideologue on us, and he's basically going to say, if you're an atheist and you don't believe in God, that's not good enough. You have to actively hate religion, hate the spiritual beliefs of everyone, demean, shame, and bully religious people just for their beliefs. If any atheist watching this thinks this behavior is acceptable, please explain why you object to it when a feminist says all women need to fight patriarchy or all black people need to fight white supremacy. If you don't care that he goes after the religious, then maybe you'll care when he goes after you.
Okay, how about this? Let's go into calm mode. If you're not an anti-theist, what you're doing is willfully avoiding the hideous evil activities and practices of institutional religion. You are now officially part of the problem if you are not an anti-theist.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
It is not good enough to simply say you're an atheist. It would be like me saying, Devin, where do you stand on the issue of people harvesting dolphins? In other words, killing dolphins and eating them. Do you have a problem with that?
I think a far more apt comparison would be being a vegetarian versus being anti-meat. I imagine a lot of vegetarians are okay with people eating meat, even if they find that morally wrong, which I respect. What they and meat eaters should object to, however, would be the inhumane treatment of livestock. But what Devin is essentially saying is that if you aren't an active member of PETA, you support animal abuse. So you might be an atheist, but you'd better damn well make sure you attend Devin's church and perform the rituals of making fun of people on the internet and doxing them.
So in other words, for all you atheists sitting at home, if you are not an anti-theist, I hate you, rightfully.
So now Devin has firmly established an in-group, out-group. Again, just like a feminist saying women who aren't feminists have internalized misogyny, or a black person who doesn't support Black Lives Matter is an Uncle Tom. If I were an atheist, I would be denouncing this guy as loudly as I could for trying to guilt-trip me into doing what he says.
You are part of the problem. You do not get a standing ovation for understanding there are no invisible monsters in the sky. You deserve a slap in the face, a pimp slap, if you think that sitting on the fence and just saying, I am not something, is good enough. It's not. You have to be actively against things.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
I'm an atheist, but that doesn't mean I'm just worshiping science.
So this guy is trying to refute scientism, the idea that we can use science to explain all our problems and answer all questions, not just the physical questions, which is the place of science, but the moral ones as well. And I think a lot of this was derived from people like Sam Harris, who believe that morality can be diluted to pleasure and pain.
That's not how science works.
Oh man, is that guy irritating. What is that?
Okay, so another ad homigasm.
And once again, absolutely insulting and asinine that he would take his moment to say that we don't worship science.
These are common claims made against atheists.
I'm an atheist, but I'm not a Satanist.
Okay, 3 questions. 1, what? 2, who is this guy?
Oh, but you are a fucking plagiarist.
I'm an atheist, but I'm not a Satanist.
I'm an atheist, but I'm also a failed, horrible Playboy model.
And 3, how is this relevant? A bum on the street who has good ideas should still be listened to. Of course, I'm not defending what passes for ideas at BuzzFeed, but what do you hope to accomplish with these endless streams of ad hominems? To lengthen the video you can't let go past 15 minutes? Or to paraphrase what the Naked Ape said, to give the people what they want, feminists and SJWs getting made fun of. Well, that's not good enough for me. If you actually want these people to stop with their ideas, you have to address those ideas.
But I don't worship the devil.
Oh, we're at not worshiping the devil. That girl, goddamn, she strikes me as weak. Can we have some strong women in this world? I have strong women on my channel. My 7%ers, I like them. And I would put them up against any person on the planet. They have backbone.
Jeez, Devin, you sound like one of those beta males who will say anything to get laid. Ooh, I love women. Women are the best. My women are great. We need more women here. Please sleep with me.
Because guess what? It's 2016.
Current year, current year, current year, current year.
Nobody is impressed that you're an atheist. Me, an atheist for my entire life, is not impressed.
Well, good thing they weren't trying to impress you then.
All 21 years of my life I've spent not being a God believer, and I'm not that proud of myself for that. I've also spent those 21 years not molesting bunny rabbits, and you don't see me giving myself awards for that.
You do not molest a rabbit, you seduce it.
Arranged.
I don't even believe in heaven or hell. When you die, you die.
Now, I'm confused and curious as to why that was included. I can kinda see the Satanist part, but who believes that an atheist actually believes in an afterlife?
Good. I agree with that. When you die, you die. Thank you. That was the first somewhat relevant and somewhat in-your-face statement that you could make to what is most likely an audience filled with religious people.
It's not supposed to be in your face. The point of this video is to disprove the stigma about atheists, not to prove them like you're doing.
They need to hear that.
I'm an atheist, but I'm not someone who disrespects other people.
Unlike Devin here.
Jacqueline, you've called me names. You have called me names.
And what have you said about religious people?
You disrespected me.
But it's okay when you do it.
You don't want to disrespect anybody? Well, that is shameless, Jacqueline. That's cowardly and weak and awful.
Oh, I didn't think you would actually just go out and say to disrespect people.
I could list millions of people you should disrespect. They have earned your disrespect, and it's not about respect, it's about rightful indignation.
And a righteous anger.
Rightful condemnation. Do you respect Osama bin Laden?
Do you respect Mother Teresa?
If you're telling me you don't disrespect that man, defend that. Do a video about that.
As a note, he didn't show respect to people either.
I'm an atheist.
Who is this man? Why is he wearing an earring? Is he gay? Is he a pirate? Is he a gay pirate? If not, why is he wearing an earring?
But that doesn't mean I'm being disrespectful when I ask the question why.
Well, you are being incredibly vague.
Why should you even be worried about being disrespectful?
Because, you dumb redneck, we live in a civilized society that values respect. You can discredit and oppose the arguments and ideas of a person in a respectful manner. That's called rational discourse.
Why is that even an issue? Who gives a fuck?
You know, usually when a person says that, it means they are deeply perturbed by this, but they try to appear detached. So I would say, you probably do give a fuck.
Be disrespectful.
I don't think BuzzFeed is that stupid.
Tell them that their beliefs are fucking stupid. They're backwards, they're immoral, they're just disgusting beliefs.
Not only is using insults against ideas you don't like incredibly childish, but it's the exact same thing that progressives do all the time. I said it before and I'll say it again. It's the exact same thing as when a progressive calls your idea sexist, racist, Islamophobic, etc. You're no better than them and you're acting like a spoiled child.
Ask them about how they feel about homosexuals.
You're the one wearing the earring.
Ask a Muslim how they feel about homosexuals and women's rights.
They're members of one religion. Ask a Christian, ask a Buddhist, a Hindu, or a Shinto. Know what you'll get? Nuanced and different answers. Because maybe religions differ, you pretentious hick.
Ask them. God, man.
What God?
I'm an atheist, but that doesn't mean I'm being disrespectful when I ask the question why.
That is actually a very good question, and that is the question that comes to mind when I see you. And that question is, why? Why are you? Why are you here?
Another ad homorgasm.
I'm an atheist, and that means I don't understand why anyone would fight over religion.
Well, I'm an anti-theist, sir, and I don't understand why you don't understand why people fight over religion.
Now, this is one of the problems I have with atheists. It's that they don't understand what it's like to be religious. They don't know why we believe what we believe.
First of all, it's mandated in their scriptures.
When did Jesus say that?
They are more than happy to tell you why they're fighting. This is divine commandments from on high to tell them to fight for their tribe, to die a martyr's death, etc. You just haven't tried, my gay friend. You're not trying to understand them.
Unlike you, who advocates people just ridicule and mock them, not understand them, because that would require a modicum of respect.
Oh, man, what the fuck is going on with all these pussy-ass atheists out there?
I asked the same thing, Cletus.
I'm an atheist, and I'm still a good person.
Well, to me, a good person is defined by their actions. Goodness is active, not passive. And by being on BuzzFeed, you're not doing yourself any favors.
Yes, I agree. And is that a zipper I'm seeing there? Is that like zipper to paradise down there?
Ad homigasm.
And I'm a good person because I want to be, not because I have to be.
Well, I can't speak for other religions, but for me as a Christian, I'm a good person because I choose to follow the teachings of Jesus Christ. It is from God that I derive my sense of morality. I can choose at any time not to follow those teachings for me, because part of the beauty is that God gave us the ability to choose.
Yes, I get routinely publicly shamed and mocked rightfully by, tens of thousands of people. I was exposed this year as a fraud and as a hack.
And if I may interject, you've been exposed as a doxer and a bully.
I still want you to say bless you when I sneeze. It's nice.
Oh God, this guy he looks like Bob Saget, like Bob Saget's unwanted love child. I guarantee you that if I was sitting there, I would make the crew laugh.
I'm not laughing.
I'm atheist and I'm fine with whatever you want to believe. Just be chill about it.
And don't be openly hostile to people of faith or atheists that just want to be left alone, like this guy.
Well, you just solved all of our problems. Look at this. This Gaysian just said to me, hey, everybody, ISIS, all you Christian psychos, yeah, everybody, could you just...
Well, being chill is the opposite of fanatic extremism.
Orthodox Jews, all you people, could you just be chill? Be chill. Excuse me, sir, it's not good enough. You cannot be okay with people who are religious.
Just like you can't be okay with men who aren't feminists.
Look at what's in the news. It's all about religion and religious violence.
Hey, listen, you southern fuck. Look at a newspaper from the Cold War. Who was causing all the violence? Militant atheist communists.
I am not fine with what you believe, because what you believe is the problem of this fucking earth.
This guy seems like he's about to throw a tantrum. Wah, it's all your fault. Wah, stop believing in God.
Get fucking real, man.
Totally, dude.
Stop being a goddamn pansy.
Man up and start making fun of people on the internet because I said so.
I don't hate you if you're religious.
I don't hate you if you're religious. Well, you should have problems with them.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
And then once again, the hate word gets thrown out, because if anybody hates, they're the problem. See that? They just tried to doctor this conversation to blame the messenger. Blame the victims, actually. People that are not religious are the victims of the religious.
Like the Christians and Muslims killed by ISIS, or the Christians murdered by the Soviet Union. But no, atheists like you, who live in wealthy secular countries, are the real victims here. Because you have to listen to opinions you don't like.
We have to coexist with crazy people who follow immoral and repugnant books.
But I like manga.
That's what they're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, and it will not work on anybody who's smart. And by the way, just to fill in the blanks, a lot of people will say a statement like that and not tell you what they're really saying. I'm telling you that I'm smart.
S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
And I'm too smart for these so-called atheists who are not anti-theists.
Exactly, Devin. You have made the distinction. This is not a panel of anti-theists, but atheists. Of course they won't align with your ideas.
This is weak nothingness.
Then why devote a video about it?
Religion is horrible. I am an anti-theist. I am completely against all religions.
I'm an atheist, but I still have faith in people.
And that's retarded. And just absolutely retarded. This guy, with each and every segment he pumps out, I hate him more. Oh, did I say the hate word? Oh, I must be the problem. I'm the problem. Yeah. Don't you know, the name of the game is, it's the first person to be anti-something. He's the bad guy. You have faith in people? Oh, really? Do ya? Why don't you go to barenakedislam.com and take a look at some of the videos that ISIS is putting out? And then tell me how much faith you have in people. Why don't you go listen to a Donald Trump speech?
Make America great again.
Faith is bad.
The apex of atheist argument.
Belief without evidence is bad.
Evidence which needs to fit your narrative.
You should have reasons. Paging Sam Harris and Project Reason.
Sorry, Rue. Science can't answer every question. It's not your mom who will make all the uncertainties of life go away.
Have reasons, you douche. Inform your life based on facts and honesty.
So don't act like you.
I'm an atheist, but unfortunately it feels shameful to admit.
Wait, was that the end of his statement? That was it? I'm an atheist, but unfortunately it feels shameful to admit?
Probably because of people like you.
I mean, it's so fun. This is so easy. Do you remember when I used to talk about religious people and to religious people? God damn, is that like shooting fish in a barrel? It's not good enough. It's too easy for me.
So bullying people of faith just doesn't give you that rush anymore, does it?
It's not exciting for me. I get no stimulation from that. There's plenty to discuss within the atheist community because we need to divide the atheist community into two groups, the strong and honest and the weak and dishonest, otherwise known as the regressives and the non-regressives. There are people who want to face problems and acknowledge problems, and there are those that want to avoid problems, deflect away from problems, and talk about non-problems.
Sounds familiar.
Now, what does this monster have to say? Go.
I'm an atheist, and sometimes I'm envious of people that have religion.
Oh my God. Here's the big man again, envious of somebody. Who are you not envious of, buddy?
I would imagine you southern crybaby.
I'm an atheist, and I have a message for all other atheists. You're not alone. I mean, metaphysically, yes, we are all alone, but...
Okay, I can't stand this guy either.
We want entertainment.
Called it.
My name's Devin Tracy. This is what I look like, and I will fight you.
Look at that face, that bald, smug look. Look at those pointed ears and those beady eyes. Is this guy a goblin? Does he want my money? Does he live in a cave? Anyway, so there you have it. Devin Tracy and whoever the heck that crybaby redneck was with him typify my problem with the skeptic community. They and the new atheism pushed by Dawkins, Harris, and Hitchens is just as bad as feminism is. It encourages groupthink, blind loyalty to the ideology, creates an in-group and out-group, and characterizes atheists who don't actively hate religion as being part of the problem. So I challenge you atheists watching to explain why you haven't addressed this ideological supremacism. There are women who speak out against feminism, Muslims who speak out against Islamism, and black people who speak out against Black Lives Matter. Where are you? If you won't speak out, then I will. Diabana.
Wir wollen unseren alten Kaiser Wilhelm wieder. Wir wollen unseren alten Kaiser Wilhelm wieder. Aber den mit dem Bart, mit dem langen Bart. Aber den mit dem Bart, mit dem langen Bart. So schwärmten unsere Eltern von der guten alten Zeit. Sie liegt so fern und weit, die alte Kaiserzeit. Doch war sie wirklich besser, diese gute alte Zeit, als einst der Opa, die Oma hat wohl gefeit. Ja, mit Jagdgesang und mit Hörnerklang, rings um Fair Berlin, durch die Wälder ziehen. Ja, mit Jagdgesang und mit Hörnerklang, ritt die Oma mit dem Opa. Doch sie hielten an und küssten sich, sonst wären wir